Okay, so now let us see how to add values at the end of the list. So append to a list. Append to a list means add to a list. Add to a list means if we add any values, they will be added at the end of the list. Values will be added at the end of the list. Okay, this is the, so now we will use the method here. This is the list vasu dot a. As I told you that lists, all the collection frameworks are, they are the objects. Okay, so clearly I told you that they are the objects. Once objects are there, so methods are there. So class and objects already I have told. So how I have proved that if you try to use the print function, type function here, so after that put the list name, so clearly it will indicate that this is what Vasu is a list. Vasu is a list. So this list related with the class. So if list is a class, understand? So once list is a class, so this class has the methods. So that is already I have discussed. Every class has the methods. So that methods either can be accessed by object, otherwise class method. So whenever list is a class, surely it may have the methods. Here that methods will be accessed with the class name. So means they are class method. Try to understand. So how I am accessing that method? Print dot. So dot means what? I want to access that method with the class name. What is our class name? List is a class. Here clearly Vasu list is a class. So Vasu dot, that method being accessed, this is the append method. This method is being accessed with the class name. So now we can simply say that this is a class method, append. So in the bracket you want to append what? You want to append so here whatever you want to append means add any string you want to append. Ramesh is string. You want to append to that Vasu list, but that no need to mention the index here. At what index you want to Ramesh to be added? So I told you that the values added at the end of the list. Okay, for which list? This Vasu list. So Vasu list has the method. That method I am accessing with the class name. So now it is a class method. You mention here class method. So what that insert method also we have used here. That insert method also class methods, because no any object has been created here. Okay, understand? Now see, the Ramesh will be added after the end of this Suman. Okay, now run it. So why your list is not updated? Because you have not requested for print statement. Now request for print statement, so your list will be updated. List will be updated. So now Ramesh added at the end of the list. So here I have not mentioned any index, just I have mentioned whatever the value that is to be added to the list. Okay, by the append method, insert method, these are class methods. Now come to the next is what? One more method, that is called extend method. So method means, I told you that simply no need to write method, put the brackets. So what is the role of this? to add append method add a list to another list, okay. So extend me method used to add a list to another list. Understand? Here what happened whenever you use extend method, so elements values of one list will be added to another list. See, Vasu is a list. Here create one more list, okay. Say somewhat list, okay, somewhat integer list, okay. So this integer list holds integer values, okay. So suppose 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma, this is the list, okay. Now you want to add these values, means this Vasu list I want to extend Vasu list with these values, okay. How it is, it will be done, okay. Simply you write Vasu dot, so the method, where is this extend method? So this is the method, okay. Now keep the name of that method, that list name, which is to be whatever the values that is to be added with the Vasu. So int is a list name here. So when I keep that list name here, what all that values will be added to Vasu list. So means your Vasu list extended, okay. But if you run this, you will not get anything, because no, you have not requested for any print statement. Print bracket. Now you keep the print Vasu. So now the values will be added to the, now see, 10, 20, 30. These values were added to the Vasu list. This is the Vasu list. This list having only integer values, the 3 values 10, 20, 30 added to the Vasu list, okay, by extend method. Now this extend method called as class method. I told you that why class method. So whenever we are getting type of Vasu list is which type of Vasu variable holds which type of data. So Vasu is a list, so that list is a class. So whenever class is there, class has the methods. So that methods, as we are used here, we have used the extend method, insert method, append method, insert method. These are all methods. That method will be accessed either by creating the object, otherwise class name. So if we are accessing the class name, so they are class methods. Simply you keep the dot operator, you will get all that methods, okay. Okay, next one more topic, how to add iterable object to a list, okay. So iterable objects are what? Tuples, lists, tuples, comma, list, comma, set, dictionary. These are all iterable objects. So objects means, simply I told you that once class, list is a class, so tuple is a class, surely they have the objects, okay. So everything this will be treated as object. Iterable means these values can be iterable, means by using loops, for loop we can travel through every element, we can iterate through every element and get the printout. Iteration means travel. So how to add iterable objects? Iterable objects these are all iterable. Iterable means we can journey through all the elements and get the printout. So that iterable object, suppose this is the list and one tuple is there, and the tuple can be extended.